patient presents a left arm, amputated below the elbow. The prosthetist applies a fast-setting, skin-safe orange silicone to a healthy reference hand. A purple plaster-impregnated bandage is wrapped over the orange silicone. This acts as a rigid mother mold. The hand is then carefully pulled out, leaving a hollow negative mold. Backhand index pointing right if you're amazed by this level of detail. Don't forget to like the video. Casting the master positive. A white liquid casting material, likely a fine gypsum plaster or resin, is mixed. It is poured into the hollow mold and placed in a vacuum chamber. This pulls out all trapped air bubbles to ensure a flawless surface. Once cured, the prosthetist cuts away the purple and orange mold to extract a perfect, solid white replica of the hand. 3D reference and core preparation. The prosthetist references a high-resolution 3D digital model of a hand to check vein placement and anatomical proportions. A secondary purple silicone mold is created over a modified base model. A solid replica is cut at the wrist using a bandsaw, and wire loops are inserted into the hollow core to serve as structural anchors. Backhand index pointing right comment below. Would you believe this is a real hand or prosthetic? Casting the prosthetic base. A flesh-toned liquid silicone is poured into a hollow arm mold. The mold is rotated to coat the inner walls, creating a strong base layer. A metal pipe is inserted for mounting, and a rigid material is poured inside to give the arm solid structure and weight. Crafting custom acrylic fingernails. The prosthetist cuts the tips off the fingers of a solid reference cast. Purple dental putty is used to take tiny, precise molds of the nail beds. Translucent, nail-colored acrylic liquid is poured into these mini molds. The molds are placed in a heated pressure pot to cure the acrylic without bubbles. Finally, the raw acrylic pieces are extracted and meticulously sculpted into individual, realistic fingernails using a rotary tool, files, and heat. Backhand index pointing right. Subscribe now if you love satisfying and mind-blowing craftsmanship like this. Anatomical buildup. The custom fingernails are glued onto the bare fingertips of the core hand, and the seams are blended. The prosthetist applies dollops of pinkish silicone to the knuckles and the back of the hand. This manually builds up the subcutaneous layer, mimicking bone structure, joints, and raised veins. Applying the silicone skin. An ultra-thin, highly textured, flesh-toned silicone skin layer is peeled out of a separate mold. Like putting on a tight surgical glove, this delicate outer skin is carefully stretched and pulled over the prepared inner core. Hyper-realistic painting. Microlayers of reds, blues, and greens are applied to mimic blood flow around the knuckles. Underlying veins, they adjust their sweater, revealing a prosthetic hand that looks completely natural and matches their existing